Alright, boys and girls, today's lesson, lesson 1-5. Multiply and divide with 2, the number 2. So, we've worked a lot with the number 5, and we've learned how to multiply with it, and just this last episode, or last lesson, lesson 1-4, had to do with division, and a lot of it was dividing by 5. Let's quickly kind of go over that. So, if we take a number, and you want to divide it by 5s, say you want to do 20 divided by... Let's do divided by 5 then. See how many times 5 can, or 20 can get broken up into. How many 20 will be broken up into when divided by 5? So you can take 20 and just count down. You go 5, 10, 15, 20, because those are each 5s. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So equals 4. Okay? If you had 35 divided by 5, you would go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And that gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? And that's division. So if you went the opposite way, in the commutative property, meaning that they mean the same thing, they equal the same thing, they're part of the same family, 7 times 5 is 35. Here, 4 times 5 is 20. So it's the entire family. So let's push that out of the way. Let's go to your first page, page 27. And it says, what patterns do you see when multiplying by 2? Okay? So, hopefully you see that, hopefully some of the patterns you see are that it goes up by 2 every time. Okay, 1 times 2 equals 2, then you go 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, and as you continue going up, it's going to go up by 2 every time, obviously, because it's repeated addition. That's what multiplication is. So, another thing you could say, hey, one of my factors is 1, and all the other ones are multiplied by 2. So it's 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But 1 times 2 is double 1. 2 times 2 is double 2. 3 times 2 is double 3. 8 times 2 is double 8. So if it were 100... times 2 would be double 100. Okay, so it's equal to 200. So understand that with patterns for 2, because you just double it. You just double the factor that's being multiplied by 2. So I'll let you play around with that later, but the most important thing is I want to get to our page 28. Even and odd numbers. So the 2's count bys are called even numbers because they are multiples of 2. Like 2 count bys are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, all the way up to whatever. And an even number, the 1's digit is either a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Okay, so anytime a number ends with the digit 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, it's an even number. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Notice how these numbers are ending. The last digit of each number, if the last digit of each number, or any number, is a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, it's an even number. If it ends with a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, it is then odd number. So if any number ends with a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, it's an odd number. So these are even, these are odd. So the number 21 is odd, the number 29 is odd, the number 1153 is odd because it's ending with one of these 5 digits. And then these are the 5 digits that would end an even number. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. Okay, so you're going to tell whether each number is even or odd. I don't even want to do this for you, so I kind of want you to pause it and do 1 through 4. Just write even or odd in each of the boxes. Alright, well hopefully you said 7 was odd because, remember, it ends with 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. We'd say even on a 4, because 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. This number 20 ends with a 0, so that would be an even. And number 15 ends with a 5, so that would be an odd. Very important to know even and odd. In 3rd grade is when you start to really talk about it. 4th grade, you really need to know it. Okay, so you're going to write an equation and solve the problem. At the art fair, Tamika sold 9 pairs of earrings. How many individual earrings did she sell? Okay, well, for one of the unknown things that you need to figure out is how many earrings are there in a pair. Well, a pair means 2. So it's 9 times 2 equals 18 earrings. So the equation I should have written first was 9 times 2 equals n, or something like that. Rhonda divided 8 crayons equally between her twin brothers. How many crayons did each boy get? Twin brother means 2. Twin brothers mean 2, so you had 8 divided by 2 equals n, and that would be n equals 4 crayons. Look at the pictograph. That's what this is right here. Look at the pictograph, and I want you to answer each problem. How many peach banana blast drinks were sold? Okay, peach banana blast. Hopefully you didn't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5, because you have to look at the legend or the rule or whatever they might call it in this case. Each of these little shakes or drink pictures represent 2 drinks. So really it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and not a half, because if it's half of one of these, it equals 1. So it'd be 15 drinks. Okay? Number 8, in all, how many Strawberry Sensation and Citrus Surprise drinks were sold? Strawberry Sensation were 1, 2, 3, but it's really 3 times 2. Excuse me, equals 6. And then Citrus Surprise, you had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Add them together, you get 16. So 16 drinks. How many more Peach Banana Blast drinks were sold than Mango Madness? So Peach Banana Blast, we said were 15. Okay, it was these. And then we're going to subtract how many Mango Madness were sold, which is 2, 4. And it gives you 11 more. Alright, so on the next page in your book, I didn't copy it and bring it up. Basically, it goes over your 5s and your 2s. So I want you just to kind of study them on your own. Just look them over. Just start getting them in your head, because what's going to happen is you're going to start memorizing this stuff. It's good that you're able to understand how to get there. That's the most important thing. But then when it comes to multiplication, those basic multiplication facts, you need to memorize those, and you need to be able to know them like in a blink of an eye, because that's going to make everything else in math so much easier. So work on page 29, the next page. It's just a check sheet. Just scroll over them. Just say them to yourself in your head, and just do it a few times. And when you're done with it a few times, go back and make sure you finished all the pages in your workbook.